on the AICPA's Financial Reporting Executive Committee, or FINREC, which is phenomenal. We get to respond to FASB exposure drafts, so keeping with the financial reporting side of the house. I also serve on the AICPA's Enforcement Task Force. I'm also the co-chair of the ANA Committee for the NCACPA. And I stay committed to really being involved. And every year, all of my staff, one of their things that they have to do is sign up to be a volunteer on a committee, whether that's at the AICPA or the state level. I really believe that you have to give back and you have to participate. You can't complain about standards if you're not helping solve the problem. And so for me, that's something that, every year when my committee assignments are up, I figure out what am I going to do next. I served on AICPA Council for 3 years as an at-large member. I'm always looking for what can I do to help serve the profession. So that's a pretty easy one. I think that's my job. So because I teach continuing professional education, I recognize that people who are out in the field, they're busy, they're serving clients, they're doing, and I have the luxury to listen to meetings and to follow content from start to finish and follow the exposure drafts, know when they're going to come out as final. And that has always been, for me, what I feel very lucky to do. My job is to basically make sure I'm monitoring everything so that I can then inform what it needs to be changing, right? We put out a newsletter to try to keep people up to date, but our team is constantly tracking what's happening at all the major standard setters. We're keeping, phases of when we expect the finals to come out so that we're always ahead of time. And for me, I start with exposure drafts. I know everyone really cares about final, but to me, if you start with the exposure draft and you understand why they're doing what they're doing, and the changes from the exposure draft to the final are always, to me, very insightful, like the feedback that they got to say, hey, did you consider this? And so we monitor them from when they're a project to when they're exposure draft all the way until final. So it's not a surprise when I have to go update any type of tool. I've already been following this for a long time. I know when it's coming and I'm trying to monitor. So I know, hey, that has to happen now.